1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, folks, I'm on the quest to find my favorite approach disc. You know I love my bergs and my birdies, but sometimes I need a little bit more, go a little bit farther, and I also need a little more stability. And so I'm trying out these top 5. So I've got the Toro, the Harp, the Pig, the Entropy, and the Zone, the Sully Zone. Way to go, Sully. And I'm going to try these out as a little battle royale. I'm going to play 9 holes, hopefully, with playing each one of these discs. Get your words out, Pete. And just see if one of these stands out more than the others. Now, there is one caveat, because just today, as I was getting ready to kind of come over here, I saw that Scott Stokely is coming out with the Owl, which is supposed to be an approach disc. So it might be that if one of these is the clear winner, I might have to do a one-on-one battle with that one. When it comes out, we'll see. Coming soon. But right now, let's get ready to play right after the intro. Okay, so I'm starting on hole number 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 9 holes, but hole number 7, I'm not going to play from the tee pad. I'm going to move up to the middle of the fairway because these are approach discs. I don't need to clobber them. I don't need to clobber my arm. And I'm really just trying to work to see how these do on approach. So that's what we're going to do. So enough talk. Let's get to throwing. Let's give me a little left. Ooh, hit something solid on that one. Okay, full disclosure right off the bat, you know I love MVP and Axiom, so I'm pulling for the Entropy. But I've also played a lot with the Pig and a decent amount with another Harp. So I kind of like them all. I know. That's not great decision making there, Pete. So I hit too early, and I'll putt these, but we're not looking at putting per se. So this first one's not really fair because it's a weird landing. They were all really close to the basket. They all flew about the same. It was just a little strong on some and a little lighter on others. All right, so there are some guys behind me. There's nobody else on the course, but of course, some guys coming right behind me. So first hole, they all flew almost identical. Let's face it, they're the same disc, just different brands in a lot of ways. Now, one's a little bit fatter than the other. You know, there are slight tweaks to it, but they're all pretty similar. And I gotta remember to stop talking on this hill because I can't breathe. All right, I'm gonna aim for that tree with the knot in the bottom of it. And then just let it fade back. Woo, that was chain running. Try the Harp. A little too much outside, missed that tree, nope. Yeah, I just pulled that a little bit. Oh, I didn't give that enough, that's gonna fade hard. Pig is probably the least stable, overstable. But if you drop your shoulder and just, it doesn't matter. Well, they're overstable, and if you don't engage, they'll go left. What's sad is I can't remember where I threw my other 2. I've got 3 here. Oh, there's 4. I think the 5th one's over there. 5 is too many to keep up with. Yeah. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one's right over there. Hope I can get a little separation from these guys so I don't feel the pressure. Now keep in mind, we're not keeping score in one sense, because I'm not putting with them or whatever. I'm keeping score of how they feel in my hand and when I throw them. That it factor that I go, oh yeah, I like throwing this one. Some of them you just go, I don't like that one as much. So that's what I'm trying to find out here. Perfect little forehand test. Try to switch them up a little bit. A little higher, but that's going to fade. Ooh, big skip. I pulled that one. Yeah, that was me. That wasn't the disc. Pulled that one too, but it's going to work out. That's going to push a little long. Yeah, I got a little twitchy at the end there. I mean, let's face it, trying to throw 5 smooth shots in a row, you may get 3 if you're lucky. Rarely you can get 5 in a row because your brain's going to start working and you're just going to start doing stuff. Hit the tree. Otherwise, they're all just kind of right in here. I mean, I threw all these almost the exact same, and they just, you can see, there's just a little bit more slide on some of them. Huh. A little higher. Should be okay. I'm letting that slide out. All right, engage. I think I'm still a little scared with this arm. All right, let's engage right at that tree. Oh, they're still coming out early. Poop. They're gonna be okay, but at the release, I can tell I'm not, when I'm throwing hyzer, something about that muscle in there is I'm letting go early. I'm not holding on. 2 in the bush. Well, they plop all right. There's the harp. And the zone. And the entropy. So far they all feel the same. I mean, just trying to see if any of them are thinner. I mean, if you look at the cross section, they all almost look the same. All right, for this one, going for the blue basket, normally you're playing to land just to the right of it so that it gets to the basket but doesn't go OB. But this is YouTube. I'm going for aces, so I don't even care if it goes out. It misses and goes into the road. I'm going for it with all 5 of these. All right. Which one to start with? Let's start with the harp. Sully ace, baby. Off the top band with the pig. So, all right, 1 out of 5, not bad. I knew I should have thrown Sully's first. Not bad, pushed the harp just a little long, but otherwise, just all right here. All right, so I'm about 100 feet in front of the tee pad here because I just want to do a forehand down to the yellow basket and I don't want to kill my arm, and this would be a good distance check for this. So yeah, Plus I got this bug that is this horsefly or something that's just bombing me right now. Pushed it just a touch long, but hopefully it skipped back. Yep. Oh, I hit a root. So that pig is a little less stable, and I pulled that over a little bit, so I didn't give it as good a chance. But also, in my mind, I knew it wasn't as stable, and I kind of tweaked it just a little. Let's face it, I like the pig a lot, but just like Robbie C, I want it in better plastic, because if they would do it in a champion plastic or something like that, that would just hold up, I'd be all over it, because I love the thumb track. But they just beat up. I mean, they turn really nice when they get beat up, but when you're looking for an overstable, it just loses its overstability pretty quick. The entropy was a little lower. Oh yeah, it hit the root, which means it probably picked up and rolled.
2,000 years later.
We're just gonna have to assume we got a really bad roll. Oh, there it is. Holy cow. Never gotten this far down. Hey. Well, here's a approach shot test. You can't see, I'm right behind the band. Oh! Welcome to Inverness. All right, that was more excitement than I wanted. Moving on. Okay, I'm throwing to the blue basket, but then once I get up there, I'm gonna throw up to the yellow basket. Basically, I'm hedging my bets. If I ace the blue basket, it's not a black ace, it was intentional. But once I throw them and get up there, then I'm gonna try the approach shot up to the yellow basket. Win-win. I like it. No, wait, so you can't correct me. Come on, come on. Tell me I'm cheating. I'm sure you will. That was close, but it's coming in hot. That's the problem with these overstable on this one. They're coming in the hills like this. They're coming in like this, so they want to pop up or they want to take off and roll. That one's coming in too high. Yeah, that'll be down in the road. Well, that's one way to cheat. Well, I thought I was going to sneak through. Sully, let me down, Sully. Oh, that's just poor commitment. All right, saving the pig for last, because this one's going to be the best. Like I said, hit that tree. Timing's a little off, a little. Partially what it is, I can maintain focus for the first couple shots. Have you noticed they almost get progressively worse because I've already thrown a good shot, usually the first one, and then they start going downhill because I start thinking other things. The mind, who knew? So this is a better scramble test for them. Getting up to the yellow. I'm so out of position, let's try something. I think it might be okay. Got around the corner and I didn't hit the stump. Because of the terrain, I'd much rather throw a forehand, but I really got to kind of cook this one over. From this angle, it's gonna be gross either way. Well, it's not that stable, Pete. I put that on this angle. I needed this angle. Yeah. It's not that stable. I don't know if a tilt would have come back on that one. All right, so I got 2 in good shape. Thank you. Just giving those too much credit. You're going uphill, you tend to pull across. That's better. Now sit. I will say, you know, let's face it, gyros. I feel like the gyro just cruises a little bit better once you get it up to speed. All right, where's that last guy?
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
Guys are catching up with me because I've been spending too much time in the woods. Not just a scramble out. All right, my thumb roller, my forehand roller. These all did fine. I gacked that shot. Best was the entropy. All right. Pull that out, come on back. I just overcooked the harp and the toro. But hopefully you can tell, it's like throwing the same disc 5 times. Well, pig's just a slight less stable. Got a little different feel because of the thumb track, but yeah. Pick your poison. They're all great. These little guys sitting right there. Even my misfires aren't too bad. That's what's nice about these overstable. You can trust them even if you misfire, they're gonna fall back to where you were going. Too much juice. These guys literally just all flew and felt the same. Nailed it. All right, final hole, we're playing to the basket on the right. So I'm gonna throw through this gap here. I'm gonna throw it down and hopefully I'm gonna get it right so it's gonna give a nice skip back to the basket. Coming in hot. I'll take it. I didn't turn that one over enough. That's the first time I've done that. I did it again. Wow. Oh, that's what it is. When I'm trying to put juice on it, they're sliding out. All right, not as much juice. More control. Oh my gosh. All right, that's a good time to kind of, yeah, I could feel that through here. That made sense why they were just sliding out a little early. This muscle's getting sore and tight. Okay, here's the mighty wrap up. They're all great. I think just for a couple reasons, I really like MVP. And I like the way this feels, and it feels like it's a little bit quicker when I need to give it a little more beans. That could be just mental stuff, but I like it a lot. I'd never thrown the Toro. It feels just like a harp, and that's not a bad thing. I love the harp. Toro's really nice. I love the pig. If it was in Champion Plastic, something like that would be really good, but that's kind of the negative to that. To be honest, the one I've had the least love with is the Zone. Now this Puddle Top Zone, Sully's, it was a little too overstable for me back in the day, but it's been sitting around and I think it's mellowed out a little bit. But you can't go wrong with any of these, and there are a bunch more out there, let's face it. The ultimate answer to this video is, I don't know. Why are you watching this thing? I don't know what I'm talking about. But I will probably bag the entropy, and then I have a beat pig that I have for my nice straight approach shot. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking of for now. So maybe I'll do an entropy versus the owl when the owl comes out. But until then, thank you so much for coming around with me, and I hope to see you out on the course.